I'm going to tell you something about God. And God says that his people will come out the fire, not smelling like smoke. And if I were to sit here and tell you my story, I don't even think you'd believe that I told you that I'm homeless. Because I don't look like I'm homeless. But there's something inside of me that God has put, my human will, my spirit. It's uncomfortable. I hate it. I hate it so much. But every day I have to show up for work like nothing is wrong. And God says, where is your faith? You got to keep your faith. Because that's the only thing getting me through right now, is my faith in God. He has not forsaken me. There's so many of you young girls giving your body to men who don't deserve it. Because if you knew what you carried inside of you, the seed that God has put inside of you, you wouldn't be just sharing that gift with anybody. Because that's what it is, it's a gift. You wouldn't be sharing your body with just anybody if you knew how valuable you were. You wouldn't be sharing your gifts with just anybody who didn't deserve it. That's why God says to value his commandments, because they keep you from spiritual death. Because you can die in so many ways. I mean, look at Samson. He gave his heart to somebody who didn't value it and she destroyed him. This is your season of push. You gotta push through whatever situation you're in. Because Lord knows that David did it with the slingshot. Because there was something inside of him when he saw Goliath. And he had to believe. With one slingshot to the head, he defeated Goliath. Many of you are in your season of David, where you are facing hardships, seasons of crisis. Some of you are like Job, who have lost every single thing. Everything. Family, friends, your possessions, everything. And God promises you that if you keep preserving until the very end, you're going to get to where you need to be. Faith isn't just having faith when things are good. Faith is having faith when things are not well, when you're not okay. You got to keep believing, because God isn't just there when things are good. He's there when things are ugly, when things are bad. But he's saying you got to do it with all of your might, with all of your soul. You got to push. Push with all of your might, all of your soul, no matter how painful it is. You got to push. This is your season of like child labor. You don't just stop because it hurts. I never had a kid, but this is what God's like teaching me. He's preparing me for this. And it hurts. It hurts so much, but you got to keep your faith. I got to keep my faith. I have my faith strong in God. Because I know in my heart and my soul that I'm putting all of my might into this. You got to keep believing that. You got to keep pushing. My feet hurt. It's so bad. But I have to keep walking. I got to keep going. I got to keep persevering no matter what it looks like. And I know there's somebody out there in the world that needs to hear this. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing, even if it hurts so much. You have to keep going, because that is the human will that God put inside of you. You're not here to be like everybody else. And you're going to get judged. If people of the world hated Jesus, people are going to hate you too. You got to be so strong in your will that you can't let that affect you. You can't let that affect your mind and your soul. So I don't know who this is for, but I need you to keep going, no matter what the situation looks like. Because God always said, do not trust your own understanding. We have to trust him, and we have to put our whole heart and soul into him, like Moses said. Because I know that God is real. Because if he wasn't real, I wouldn't look how I look right now. Still walking around with my heels in my hand. Look at my feet. Oh God, my feet hurt. It's so bad. But we're gonna keep going.